I got your wig, ho. Ha ha. You're mad. Miss Wikiana. Miss Wig. Miss Wikiana. Miss Wig.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Before we get into this video, everything I say is not motherfucking fact in this bitch, so don't take it as such.
Girls can't take my motherfucking mouth, bitch. My mouth is real, it is raw, it is raunchy, bitch. I'm gonna give the girls exactly what the fuck they asked for. The girls is going to know my wrath. Trust me.
Well, hello and welcome back to my channel if you are a returning user, okay? And if you are a new user, I am Karen Huger's Wig or the Wigiana, and thank you for joining me, okay? I will be going over a multitude of reality shows, and when I say a multitude, bitch, I just mean like, hold on. Okay, yeah, I just mean two, okay? And one of them being The Real Housewives of Potomac and The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and that's the first show we're going to get into.
What do we think about the reunion looks last night? Obviously, I thought you looked very pretty.
Thank you.
I liked your dress. What did we think of Dorit's look?
Well, when she walked in, we were all like, okay, so this is what really pissed me off. We had to wait 2 hours for her to get ready.
No.
Yeah.
For that curl?
That took 2 hours?
For the curl. Yeah, we were like, so we were sitting in the, me and Sutton were outside, like, we were just waiting and waiting.
I mean, the hair is so simple. It's just pulled back.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then there's like that little piece in the front.
Yeah.
And then there's like a hoodie.
Sutton texted me. She was so mad because we saw Dorit was like posting all these like TikTok videos of like getting ready. And we're like, that's what she's been like we got there at like 5:30 and then we didn't sit down. We didn't start till like 10 or something. We were so annoyed.
Well, I noticed, that you guys were all sitting on the stage, and she was the last one to sit down.
Yeah.
And you could hear Andy. I mean, he's like, I'm so glad I got here at 8:30.
Yeah,
and
we were
she's
waiting.
not ready, and they're literally sewing it on her.
Yeah. So we didn't look, if she has like a wild wardrobe malfunction, I get that. But then we were watching all these videos of her like playing around in there. I was like, oh, it's like rude. Like, I'd rather sleep in or take my kids to school. I don't want to leave at 5.
Yeah.
So realistically, everyone was everybody was ready.
Yeah, I mean, like, everyone's always delayed like 30 minutes, which is normal.
Okay.
Like, everyone's just like, wait 10 more minutes and whatever. But they didn't make us sit on the couch the whole time. But we were sitting in our dressing rooms, like, hold on. It was like.
So what time were you supposed to start shooting?
I think we were supposed to start at like 8:15 or something.
And naturally you're going to run 30 minutes late, right?
Yeah.
Now it's 8:45, but that's fine. That's everyone's kind of like a 30-minute grace period.
Yeah.
When was Dorit ready?
It was like 10.
No.
Yeah.
Another hour and 15
That's
minutes.
what I mean. We were just like sitting around, hanging out. It was just very annoying.
And then now all of a sudden your day got an hour and 15 minutes longer.
Yeah.
Because
and also,
of
like,
Dorit.
You're also stressed about the reunion. So you're tired, like, and you want to sleep in. Like, I want to like get the best rest I can. You don't sleep that well. So all those, like, every minute counts for me in those mornings.
Was everyone pissed at her?
Yeah, we were just like, and then she's like, hi. We're like, hi. But like, say like, oh, sorry. I would be running in. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Like, this happened. I was like, hi. It's like.
Okay, so before y'all eat me up, well, y'all would do that anyways in this bitch. But I'm going to address something I said last week pertaining to Gertie and the Real Housewives of Miami.
No, okay, I'm done. Okay, this is what I get today, okay?
Gertie, okay? I do sympathize with all that you're going through. Obviously, cancer is no motherfucking joke. And again, power to you as you have beat it. So yes, okay? But I feel like this pulling your wig off, like, was too performative. Like, you had that shit ready to snatch off. Was it not glued down? Like, and again, I'm not trying to, hold on, let me see something. Yes, honey, I just wanted to try for the effect. But again, I'm not making fun of you. I'm just truly like, were you practicing this move or what? Again, I stand by what I said about her giving performative by snatching her wig off, just like on Go. I know she's going through cancer, and like I said, I applaud her, and I'm happy that she shared her story because it could help so many others who are going through what she is going through as she beat it as well. So that is a huge testimonial. But like I said, and still stand by, her snatching her wig off on Go like that was just very much performative. And I said what I said. Okay? Y'all can eat me up if you want to. I still love Gertie, but no. Okay? That's like Aviva throwing her fucking leg. Girl, and again, I know some of you are going to say, well, you never had cancer, bitch. You don't know what it's like. I don't know what it's like. But I've never seen anybody who has had cancer pull their wig off and go like that. But I'll do my research. Okay, so let's get back into the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and what I was going to say about Miss Dorit. I like the outfit. It's giving to me, and I know some of y'all are in the comments talking about she look like a bloody tampon. But to me, like I said, I like it. The only thing I would change is that little doot-doot thing on her forehead with the hair. That's the only thing I would change. But girl, Dorit, you can't have the girls waiting like this. Come on. You gave the least all season. But I guess you said, I'm going to give the most at the reunion, honey. You're going to wait for this little outfit, okay? Now let's get into this reunion.
So I want to move on to the tension that boiled over between Garcelle and Dorit this year. It started in Vegas when Garcelle said that she couldn't trust the group around the kids.
Last night when we were sitting at the table and we were talking about all of her, I felt disingenuous for myself because I felt like what I really wanted to say is that I don't know if I trust you guys when it comes to my family. I know you said some nice things, but just tell me my truth. I mean, I think because I'm still a little bit with the laughing of Jax. Kyle apologized and Erica has apologized.
Situation with Jax. I apologize. I'm so sorry.
I didn't laugh at Jax. I know you said that. But I just feel like I want to protect my family and I want to protect my family. And I feel like I still want to protect my family from this group.
She's saying that she doesn't trust.
I just feel like I don't feel
when we talk about her kids.
Thank you.
Garcelle, you were obviously pretty vocal about Erica's drinking. When did you start to be concerned?
It wasn't until my party and the incident with Jax. Because I didn't realize how bad the Jax thing was until I watched the episode.
Erica said to Garcelle's son, the 14-year-old, to go, oh,
I was there.
I mean, it's not funny, but it is funny.
I think it's great that she did that.
I, like Garcelle, never saw it in person. So when I saw the episode, I was mortified. My husband was mortified.
But I don't see what would be funny about it at all.
I thought whatever issues Garcelle and I had, that was resolved.
And if I'm in this group, I want to feel like my kids,
Like I
that
said,
you would want to protect them too. Like I would if somebody
1,000,000%.
came after your kids or,
1,000,000%.
you know?
Listen, we're all mothers. You know, it made me sad.
Oh, Miss Dorit, you trying to flip it and reverse it. Flip it and reverse it. You not Missy Elliott, bitch, okay? Stop the gaslighting and stop trying to flip shit in here, okay? What happened was y'all was hee and ha-ha-haing at Miss Garcelle's son getting laughed at, or excuse me, not laughed at. Y'all was laughing. Okay. Y'all was hee and ha-ha-haing at Garcelle's son getting cussed at by Miss Erica Jane. And while Miss Dorit wasn't the one who cussed, I mean, you were sitting there while your husband was hee and ha-ha-haing, and you surely didn't say, baby, that ain't funny. What if somebody did that to our child? And then when Garcelle tried to explain the situation to you guys, you tried to flip it onto her and say, shouldn't she be over y'all laughing at Erica cussing at her child? Why would she feel comfortable with her children around you bitches after that incident? I don't care how many years it's been. Y'all need to prove yourself to me. I'm sorry.
And it hurt me to hear that a friend of mine doesn't trust me.
It also hurt my feelings to watch friends of mine laugh at the situation of a 14-year-old being cussed at.
But it seems like you're holding on to a grudge of that. Anyway,
It was
supportive.
adding to it. So I felt the way I felt because I saw the scene. And then me sharing my feelings, you being defensive and not letting me just have my feelings. And you're like, you know, it happened a year ago. You should be fine.
I mean, it's been over a year.
Yeah, but you can't put a time on it. I can't tell
No,
you
I'm
it's
just
been
telling you
over
this
a year and
happened
you
over a
should
year
be better
ago.
than...
Listen, Garcelle, you've known us for 3 years. You know people, if they are good people and if they are
I'm
genuine
not
people.
saying
And
you're a
one
horrible
incident-
person. I think you're taking it wrong.
To say that I don't trust you with my kids, that to me, it hits right in my heart.
I feel like now you're making
that's
me feel like I need to apologize to you for how I feel because you're so hurt.
it. Please, come on.
I wasn't singling you out. That's why I feel like when people are guilty, they take it on.
I just felt sad. I felt sad that you felt that way.
Bitch, you need to stop lying, okay? Girl, you know I live for you. I love you, Miss Dorit, but You were trying to play in Garcelle's face right now because you didn't feel no goddamn bad. You were trying to even play Garcelle and say, shouldn't you be over the situation? So I didn't really hear any situation of you saying, I feel oh so bad about this. Oh my God. Stop playing, ho.
Then just say that.
So, Garcelle,
Yes.
you said you don't believe Dorit is racist, but you do believe she's an unconscious Karen.
Because I walked in at the end. What were you and Garcelle talking about that you guys got so heated over?
It's a funny goofball thing.
I could see you tucking a few bucks and going, I want a lap dance.
Y'all are laughing because y'all know that that is the last thing that would ever happen.
You made out with your driver?
Oh my God.
Okay.
Okay.
She is...
Hold on a minute. That was between me, Erica, and Sutton. And now I feel like you're saying it to embarrass her, and that's not okay.
I'm good. I'm tired. You know, I'm an emotional person, and I didn't like seeing your face the other night.
I was really messed up.
First of all, are you getting
Why
heated
did you bring it up, Dorit?
Garcelle
Why
thinks
did
that I
you
did
bring
to
it up?
embarrass- I
Why
just
did
told
you bring it up?
We were going back
Why did
and
you bring it
forth,
up?
and you were like, I'm
Why
not that
did you
kind
bring
of
it
girl.
up? Answer my question.
I just said we were going back and forth. It wasn't just, it was playful, it was joking. We were all laughing about the situation.
It just felt like you were saying it to embarrass her in front of these women.
To also just give people the benefit of the doubt.
Who's the people?
Me.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. When I said it to Erica, we were all having a good time.
We were.
And I apologized because I didn't know that was going to bring up this.
But we are having a good time, you guys. This was not
If you
said
have
as
to
a
say it like that, we're not having a good time.
I'm saying that because you just attacked me.
I did not attack you. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. After that, I cried to sleep, and I woke up, and I wasn't better. I mean, the word attack.
Dorit was not trying to hurt anybody. But then again, you know, everybody has their own experience.
I used a word that was offensive to Garcelle and made a mistake. She had a very strong reaction to it. And it was a moment where I think there was just like, it felt like everything just went super silent.
I'm very, very sorry that I've triggered a nerve and I've offended you or upset you or any of it. And I would love to have a conversation with you about it.
I'm good.
No,
I'm
Garcelle,
good.
honey,
Nope,
there's...
I'm good. I'm good. I'm not here to educate you. I'm not.
Well, I think you have.
That's on you.
Okay.
The word attack when we're getting in heated conversations to you can kind of go towards that
Aggressive. Yes, 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 yes.
Okay.
Yeah, what are you having?
I think I'm gonna do the Greek salad.
Oh, okay, that's good.
To be honest with you, the food is secondary to me right now.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I want to leave the floor to you because I know,
appreciate that.
You know,
yeah.
You've said that you don't feel like I hear you, and I really want to make sure that not only I do, but you feel like I do.
I appreciate that. So I would like to go first.
We're both on the same page.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. The other night was tough.
But we are having a good time, you guys. This was not
If you
said
have
as
to
a
say it like that, we're not having a good time.
I'm saying that because you just attacked me.
You have to know who you're dealing with. There are 3 words you don't say to black women. You don't say aggressive, you don't say attack, and you don't say angry.
Kind of go towards that
aggressive. Yes, 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 yes. I'm not here to educate you. That's not my job. I don't have the bandwidth to do it. But I feel like you need
to be aware of who you're talking to and when you're talking to them and what you say.
If it's offended you in any way,
Oh, it has. That's why we're here. That's why I reacted the way I reacted. I mean, I was emotional for 2 days. I went to bed crying. I woke up crying. I drove to the beach because I couldn't figure out why I was so triggered by that.
The difference being just
unaware, just, you know, just not.
Okay, I spit it out now, girl. You know what you want to say. And also, side note, can we wrap this red shit up by next season? I'm not trying to play Miss Garcelle because she is serving, honey. She's giving you body. She's giving you Bobby Anna. But why couldn't your red look like this all season? You wait to the reunion to really do it up, and then all season you look real red up.
You blocked me because I didn't like your glam, your glam, your glam. Didn't like your glam. You should be mad at the stylist and not mad at me, ho. Like Girliana, I didn't do your hair, I didn't style you. So take it up with that bitch being your stylist. You should be mad at the stylist and not mad at me, ho. Garcelle, 1-800, take it up with your stylist and not with me. You know I love you. You blocked me because I didn't like your glam, your glam, your glam. Didn't like your glam.
I'm a hush because you know I live and I love Garcelle, okay? But let me get back to my original point, which was, do I even think Dorit is racist? No. Do I think she's a little bit slow? Yeah. But then again, it's like, damn, girl, you called fucking, what's her name? I almost called that bitch Charlie. Crystal. You called Crystal a child bride, and then you have, like, some questionable things that you have said towards Garcelle. So it's like, girl, what's really happening here? So I don't know if you're really a racist ass bitch or not, but I don't know how much more race play I can take, okay?
I feel like the word attack just seemed unnecessary for me saying, no, why you're just trying to embarrass her.
I don't know all the words. I don't know all the words and all the things. But, you know, they're also, you have to judge on character, you know, and intent.
Judge on character and intent. Weren't you the one trying to relate to Garcelle by saying you had a black worker bitch in your house? And didn't you call Crystal a child bride, knowing that's kind of problematic due to her race and background? And haven't you said problematic things to Garcelle? And haven't you been laughing at Garcelle's son getting cussed at? Well, necessarily you didn't, but your husband was hee-heeing and ha-ha-haing. And then your other husband, Mauricio, who you be hopping upon, was hee-heeing and ha-ha-haing. And you was there, not stopping it. Not that you can control other adults, but you can say, like, hold on, baby, like I said earlier. That's not funny. So, stop playing, bitch.
You know that I would never deliberately do something to hurt you, okay? And if you do, by the way, otherwise, then tell me.
Girl, no, okay? Aren't you over 40? Shouldn't you know if what you are saying is offending somebody or if it's sour and not right? Stop playing.
There's something, I want to listen to everything you have to say. I also feel like I need to be able to defend myself. So if you haven't finished, I want you to get it all out.
Because it feels to me like there's something that you're...
What does it feel like?
I don't know
That
exactly.
I'm racist?
I'm not labeling you.
There's
I'm not
implication
labeling
here, so
no,
I want to know
you know what? If there's racist undertone, that's not my fault. I'm not
Because
calling
if
you
it's simply
anything.
about me using a word that triggered you, if that's what this is about, then I'm apologizing. But it sounds like there's something more. I mean, you do realize I'm Jewish, Garcelle.
We were sitting at Sutton's store, and I was, unfortunately, asking you about your esophagus. Sutton said to me, "Why are you yelling at me?" You didn't say anything. That no, I'm talking.
We all
guys.
yell
I'm
at each
talking.
other.
I'm talking. I'm
We all
talking.
yell at each
that,
other.
I'm a black woman too.
Annemarie is black? I didn't know. What the fuck are we stating our colors for? And what was Garcelle supposed to do? Like, you're grown as fuck. She's not your mother. She's not your keeper.
And that is somebody weaponizing me as a black woman, trying to make me look aggressive.
You can
I'm
stand
still
up for
talking.
yourself,
I'm
which you
still
were doing
talking.
perfectly fine that entire
I'm still
night.
talking.
Ooh, not Miss Anna Banana getting nasty with Garcelle. Garcelle ain't do nothing to you. I mean, you are right about the situation of Sutton saying you were yelling at her when you weren't, and the tropes that has. But again, Garcelle is not your keeper. She's not the coochie police. Like, every black incident, she's supposed to say, black power, black power, black power. I got you, girl. Black power, black power, black power. Girl, you were doing a good job of sticking up for yourself and saying what you needed to say. And if you did it, that's on you. I mean, I guess it would have been nice for Garcelle to say something, but
So I was being weaponized as a black woman, trying to imply that I'm yelling at her when I'm clearly not. Who stood up for me? This one did.
Okay.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, Dorit is a savior. Oh my god, let's give her a cookie. Bitch, what was the point of this story? Get on my face.
I want to get back to Dorit. Did you and Garcelle finish it?
Garcelle labeled
We
me,
were
and you
good.
made assumptions.
You also label me as angry, or attacking. Then that changes somebody's perspective when they meet me, right?
I didn't label you as attacking.
You said you attacked me.
Yes, that is used all the time.
Ooh, I know y'all gonna hate me, but I've had enough of this race play. And I know that, hold on, something's in my eye. But I know that this is life and race play happens in life. I'm not meaning to call this race play, but this race talk regarding the word attack, I, again, don't think necessarily Dorit meant to use the word in a sour way, as I don't think she really knew the whole connotation it has with black women. Should she be more aware? Obviously, she's grown as fuck. She should know better. But then again, I don't think her intent was to offend or harm Garcelle. But I know that's not the point of why Garcelle is angry. She just doesn't want, or not angry. Hold on. Don't let me get my ass in trouble. What's the right word? Hold on. I don't want to get eaten up. Basically, let me just end it here and just say, I understand what Garcelle is saying.
I want to express my condolences to you. I know your mom recently passed. What can you tell us about her?
Shortly after we started filming, my mother was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. She told me on camera.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. How is she doing?
She passed 3 months later.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Thank you. So that's what I was actually dealing with while we were filming.
Oh.
My mom's stage 4 lung cancer diagnosis. So, and it was, there was a time when, I talked to Kyle about it a bit because I knew that she'd understand because of her mom.
Her mom, yeah.
And then there was a time when I tried to talk to Sutton about it and she threw it back in my face. And they found an 8 by 7 centimeter tumor in her lung.
Wow.
It's been a hard year.
And all this was going on
While she was filming, yeah.
Filming the show.
Yeah.
You didn't share it with the others.
At a certain point, I was like, you know what? I just want to compartmentalize.
Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. I need to choose my words wisely as I don't want to offend anybody. But Anna Banana, you lying on your mama? It's not good to lie on skeletons and ghosts and so on. And I'm not trying to say you lying on your mama, but didn't you just say, or in that interview with that Heather McDonald lady, you said you told some of the ladies and they really paid you dust? So that's why you started going after Miss Sutton about her esophagus? But now you're saying you didn't tell anybody. Huh? Girl, again, I don't want to say you lying or, because again, I know grieving is a serious thing, as again, you did lose your mother. That's the truth. But like, why you lie? Wait. Something ain't right, girl.
So that's what I was actually dealing with while we were filming. My mom's stage 4 lung cancer diagnosis. So, and it was, there was a time when, I talked to Kyle about it a bit.
You didn't share it with the others.
At a certain point, I was like, you know what? I just want to compartmentalize and not have to.
I talked to Kyle about it a bit.
You didn't share it with the others.
At a certain point, I was like, you know what? I just want to compartmentalize and not have to.
So what's going on, Miss Anna Banana? I don't like bitches lying on their... Hold on. Let me just say, I'm sorry for your loss, because losing a parent or just anybody is no joke, and it's really a sad thing to go through. But are you a lying ass bitch because you say one thing and then you say another? So that means you lying. And you lying on spirits and relics and so on. I'm not calling your mama a relic. I'm just saying, like, you really lying on your mama? Or you're not lying on your mama, but you're using your mother in the situation of a lie. At least that's what it's coming off as to me. Well, let's just get back into this damn reunion.
Why did Sutton's story about her esophagus bother you so much?
I guess the way it was presented to me was just really odd. Sutton, you guys know her the best, right? I feel like you guys are the closest with her. Small esophagus. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse.
Okay, I have
but
a question for
it's
you.
driving me bananas.
Google narrow esophagus, and it's very much a thing. And it's not like it has never happened before.
Even in the medical field, you can't say this is 100% the way it is all the time.
No, and actually when you type it in, one of the next words is genetic. So there's a genetic issue to it, and she was saying that her family has it.
Okay, so a bunch of you guys tagged me in this clip of Annemarie talking to Sutton about her esophagus, and I finally had time to watch the episode, so now I'm gonna weigh in. I think it was very disturbing how Annemarie was like weaponizing her medical profession to tell Sutton things about her own condition. I'm gonna digress a little bit here and just talk about the esophagus. So the esophagus exists for one reason, which is to get food from your mouth into your stomach. It's just like a long, narrow tube. Sometimes the esophagus can have a stricture, which is a narrowing, and it can be severe or it can be mild. The first symptom that patients usually present with is difficulty swallowing. So you don't just chew your food more. Like, a stricture is a stricture, and you can chew your food all you want, but unless you blend it into a smoothie, if your stricture is narrow, you're gonna have like the feeling of some food stuck in your esophagus. The most common cause is GERD, which is reflux disease, very common, peptic ulcer disease, cancer, eosinophilic esophagitis. Now, I specialize in thoracic anesthesia, so I'm very, very familiar with the procedures that we use to dilate the narrowing. It's basically we put a scope down the patient's mouth and go into the esophagus and locate where the stricture is. And then using a bougie, a balloon, or a guided wire, we are able to tent open the stricture a little bit more. I have done hundreds of these surgeries, and it's a minor procedure. You do have to undergo general anesthesia for it most of the time.
Coming to you live from my kitchen counter in pajamas because this is the only time I'm going to have to do this. I've been meaning to respond to the countless number of messages, DMs, and tweets about the Beverly Hills Sutton esophagus issue with Annemarie. I just haven't had time, so here's my quick take. I'm not going to bore you with the medical details. Tiffany Moon did a great post, so if you want to go check that out, go for it. But here's my personal opinion on this. This is not a question about whether you are a nurse, a CRNA versus a physician. It does not matter where you fall in the spectrum, all the way from being a tech to being a doctor. You join the profession to be an advocate for patients. And as such, it is not our place to belittle, question, or demean a patient's symptoms or diagnosis. We are there to facilitate and help the patient through the medical process. And it was just very uncomfortable and cringy to watch Annemarie belittle Sutton's symptoms in such a way. She's a lovely person, Annemarie. I met her at BravoCon. We sat on the panel, but that scene was a no.
Hello, my dear.
Hey.
How are you?
Sorry,
baby.
I'm good. We need to talk.
We do need to talk. We
I know. We're going to talk right now.
Okay, let's talk right now. Go to the bar.
Just say leave. Don't say go to the bar.
For the bar.
All right, I love it.
You picked the wrong person.
Seriously, Sutton, let me explain something
Excuse me,
to you
ma'am.
first.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Sutton.
No, ma'am.
Let me explain.
No, ma'am.
I don't yell. So if you want to make me yell, I
I'm
will
not
match
yelling.
your tone.
Literally, Sutton approached me like I had been warned she would do. Everyone's like, oh, wait till Sutton yells at you. And I'm like, come again?
Here we go again. Someone's about to be toothless at this table in a minute.
We were all gussied up and making a scene.
Well, if you're going to have a confrontation, don't do it at the memorial service, celebration of life. Have it at Homeless Not Toothless. Listen, I gave him $25,000. That deserves a fight. We're going to end it tonight, and we're going to end it real fast. I'm not yelling.
You were. Now you're lying. You were yelling.
Oh, is this my third lie that
Yes,
I
your third lie.
What was the first two?
The first one was that her doctor said she can drink and have gabapentin at the same time.
Which he did.
Well, you can't.
A board-certified doctor, GI, that I've seen. So I know what I have.
Anybody would have asked their colleagues. Anybody would have looked at her like she had two heads for saying something that didn't make sense. And then anybody would have been like, why are you yelling at me, crazy lady? Because you were the one who lied.
How dare you keep bringing my medical conditions up to people?
Right.
She won't stop. And I am tired of talking about it.
This is why I say Sutton likes to do all the questioning. She likes to get messy with other people and poke and prod into their business.
The reason why I initially asked you here is because of your TikTok video you did after watching Real Housewives of Beverly Hills a couple weeks ago. Now, you were tagged in this clip a lot about Annemarie Wiley, the new cast member, which I have not really taken to yet, but she was using Sutton's small, dainty esophagus against her in a conversation. And I still was I was having a hard time understanding large esophaguses, small esophaguses, strictures. Can you walk us through that? What actually is a small esophagus? What is a stricture? How do you deal with these things?
Okay, yes. I want to thank the people who tagged me and brought it to my attention because I am not caught up on this season's Real House of Beverly Hills because I just have a lot going on. And it kept showing up in my social media. And I watched the clip, but then I didn't feel that I could speak about it until I saw the whole episode because you can't just watch a clip out of context. So I watched the whole clip and I was like, oh no, it wasn't out of context. Like she was this bad. So the esophagus is a tube that connects your mouth to your stomach. And it can have scar tissue, which is called a stricture. That can be high up in the esophagus or more commonly lower down in the esophagus, right where the esophagus meets the stomach. When people have that scar tissue called a stricture and they swallow certain kinds of food, especially like meat or bread, things that are not liquid or more easily passable, they get this feeling that the food is like stuck in their like, I don't know how to describe it, but everyone's had it before. It's called dysphagia, problem swallowing. And it's actually a common problem, which is why I was kind of surprised that Annemarie, who is a medical professional, like did not know anything. Like, this is not some rare esoteric problem. Like,
oh my gosh, Dr. Moon, I had
is super common.
After I talked about it on my show last week, I had so many people reach out to say, I have this problem, or my friend or my husband has this problem. And I wasn't aware how much of an issue this actually is, that it's fairly commonplace.
Yeah, it's very common. I mean, not very common, but fairly common because the main causes of it are like GERD, which is very common, peptic ulcer disease, which is very common, and then less commonly eosinophilic esophagitis or cancer, which I'm glad. Those are less common causes. But basically she was just speaking incorrectly. Not only was she wrong, but she was like weaponizing her profession as a healthcare worker to sort of tell Sutton how she should and should not be feeling, and she should just chew her food more. When she said that, I was appalled. I was like, the way you treat an esophageal stricture is one, not to gaslight your patient, but two, not to tell them to chew their food more. Like, that is so condescending. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, when the esophagus has a stricture, it doesn't matter how much you chew your food unless it's like liquid or smoothie, and for sure it's going to pass the stricture. You're going to get that feeling of dysphagia and discomfort. And I just, when she said that, I was like, oh, now I got to say something.
And you said that I made up.
I didn't say you made it up.
You said she lied.
I scoured all of my medical books. I went to work. I asked
questions.
I asked anesthesiologists. I asked ENTs. They said, you can say that to a lay person, but if you say that to someone in medicine, you look stupid. I said what she said does not make sense medically.
You said that as well, but you said she lied.
Hey, I said if. It's a lie. I said if.
You said she lied to me twice.
Yes, about the gabapentin, and then potentially this.
So you said she lied.
Potentially.
Just say it.
Crystal, you were the one saying she has an eating disorder. Did you have an eating disorder?
Are you out of your mind? You're implying that she has an eating disorder.
I'm not. For the record, those are Crystal's words, not mine. I never said that.
I want to say this. Watching everything back and seeing how I behaved, how I handled the entire situation, I just want to apologize to you because I can't even tell you how much I hated watching it.
Okay, I'm confused again, Miss Anna Banana. And I don't want to call you a lying ass bitch, as I know you are going through something serious about, dealing with your mother and so on. So I'm trying to be delicate. But you're again confusing me because in that flashback clip that I showed, which is very much recent, you said that you told Sutton about the situation of your mother passing or being sick, and she didn't give a fuck. Or she was saying that you were using that as an excuse to how you were behaving.
My mother was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. She told me on camera.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. How is she doing?
She passed 3 months later.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Thank you. So that's what I was actually dealing with while we were filming. My mom's stage 4 lung cancer diagnosis. So, and it was, there was a time when, I talked to Kyle about it a bit because I knew that she'd understand because of her mom.
Her mom, yeah.
And then there was a time when I tried to talk to Sutton about it and she threw it back in my face.
So that's why you felt some type of way towards Sutton, but now you're apologizing towards her or to her, not towards her. What the fuck? But you're apologizing to her, which is nice and she deserves it. But I'm again confused if you're standing on, like you told her again something serious about your mother and she threw it in your face, but now you're apologizing at the reunion. You're just like fucking confusing me. And I don't know if you're telling the truth or not. Like, what, girl?
I wasn't angry about the esophagus. It was the going behind my back and talking about it and saying that I had an eating disorder and that I was hiding behind this ailment to have an eating disorder.
Then I'm sorry. For my part. What? For my part in everything that happened.
I will talk about my esophagus issue all day.
Well, I'm sorry that I upset you by talking about your esophagus.
Behind my back.
Behind your back.
As we moved into Spain, Annemarie claimed that Crystal had called all of you shallow, uneducated, fake socialites.
Yeah.
Crystal, you denied it.
You ladies were not intelligent. Nobody was educated, and you're very shallow.
Shallow and uneducated?
Shallow. Well, she knows I'm educated, so
That's ridiculous.
We're all educated.
We're
We
all
don't even have to
educated.
question that. We're all educated.
Have I ever said that I was a socialite?
No.
Have I said that I'm very social?
Yes.
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 With all the socialites I do know, they don't say I'm a socialite.
That is correct.
She actually, that's what she is. I do believe that she said that. I do.
Isn't that like an old term used as like,
don't
oh, what are we
know. All I
doing, a
know is
debutante
I've
ball
always-
and coming out? Is this a cotillion? None of us here are from, good breeding, despite what Sutton wants to think of herself.
I've been to the Met Gala 7 times. I'm on the board of American Ballet Theater.
Okay.
I just resigned from MOCA board.
Okay.
So there's that.
None of us here are, Northeastern blue bloods, so off.
Okay, so Crystal and I actually
think
just
so.
talked about this the other day.
And?
At the American Ballet Theater Gala.
I know, I missed it.
That I chaired.
I know.
She said, I'm not a socialite. Socialites are in New York. It's an East Coast thing. San
Is she
Francisco.
social, though? She's always out doing
She's
something.
social.
Okay. But not a socialite.
She might be the most social one in the group.
Okay.
I could hear her saying something like that. Like, I'm kind of the more social one. That I could hear her saying.
Okay.
I'm a very social person, and I don't call myself a socialite, but if that's what being social is, then I guess I am.
Yeah, the first night that Crystal and I met at that holiday party at our mutual friend's house, she was like, I'm a housewife, and I was like, oh, interesting. Like, so, are you guys, really good friends?
When I met her, she had asked me, because she watched the show, so she goes, do you guys hang out with each other all the time? And I said, some people hang out, and some people, I might see them the next season. I said, it looks like everyone is super social, but there's more people who have big groups of friends or their tight group. So I said, I'm someone that has a lot of friends. I'm very social. I'm one of the more social people because I'm from LA. And she took that to change it into. I said, everyone is not a socialite, but I am.
You have this need to make people, like, you need people to think that you're better than them.
I don't
And it's
need
really-
anything. She does. Thank you.
No, but
No,
that's
she
all
does. I
I've
don't.
seen. And
No,
the,
she
like, the
does.
not
That's all
being
you've seen.
honest.
I've met you 6 times in my
Crystal,
life.
that doesn't matter.
Give me an
It's
example
what
of
you've
when.
shown me.
Give me an example
Crystal,
of when I think I
you-
act like I'm better than you.
Well, right
Give me
now,
an example.
well, right now, I think you do because you
Okay, so
are.
always.
You're not
Give
being
another
honest.
example.
You're not being honest.
So give me another example.
With Crystal,
Give me another
she's
example.
like they are uneducated and pretend socialite. She's like, I'm the only real, actual socialite in the group.
She probably did call us all uneducated. Hooray.
Don't care.
Yeah, right. Okay, what's your
I
next
mean,
question? Okay.
I don't care. Like, if she wants to say I'm uneducated,
I don't
did not go
either.
to college. I'm also very intelligent and very successful, so I don't really care what someone says I'm uneducated.
I mean, there's many ways to be educated. What, formally educated, street-wise? Are you worldly?
Self-educated.
Like like what are we talking about? Sexual knowledge? I don't know, financial, spiritual?
Why
And if
does
you
that
hate
count?
us and we're also dumb, what are you doing here?
Crystal, bring it down a notch.
Do not tell me to bring it down.
You're acting like a hormonal teenager.
Oh my God.
Okay, don't make the little people come out.
You know what else I want from you? I want to thank you for
For
giving
what?
you something to talk about and making your ass relevant.
What did you make of the interview tape where you said none of the ladies were highly educated?
Yeah, I believe she said that because she intimated things like that by saying those are big words for you. And
But this is what I always say to this people. People ask me, I say, we have dumbass conversation.
Wait a minute, so you mean to tell me Miss Anna Banana really was telling the truth about something for the first time in her life? I shouldn't say the first time in her life, but, well, the first time she's been on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, because I don't know if she's really telling the truth about anything or not. But she told the truth about Crystal. Crystal, why you call these bitches dumbass hoes? Okay, girl.
We knew that.
But also, like, another thing I want to say too is, like, there have been like instances where you've been, like, you know, less than truthful. Like, you denied saying
Don't
it.
throw
Later,
rocks
you admitted
because
to
you
saying
were
it.
proven to
You
constantly lie on the show, so I wouldn't do that.
Y'all both look like fools because don't both of y'all lie the house down. Crystal, weren't you lying last season about the 14 friends situation or whatever the fuck was going on? I don't have any clips because I really don't give a fuck, but weren't they calling you a liar? Yeah, girl. And Miss Anna Banana, I'm still thinking you lying about your mother. It's not good to lie on relics, and you are doing so. So, you calling somebody else a liar or trying to confront them about lying is very much funny in a joke. Okay?
Insinuate that Sutton was racist for a year by saying she said something so dark, and then you said, oh, it was just a feeling, you made it up. You
No,
the
I
lie
never made
about
it
your
up.
14 friends,
The girl,
and now
no
the lie
privilege.
about me. And I'm like, I don't want to be part of that. Like, I don't want to be part of, like, your system of lies.
You're not a part of it, so don't worry about it.
Ooh, you stepping into your bag, girl. You're getting nasty. You're getting nasty. That's how I like it like that. Okay, girl. Where has this... Let me close my legs. Where has this Crystal been? You are eating. And I've been waiting for this. It's only taken 3 seasons from you.
More than the shallow or fake socialite allegations, Dorit, you seem particularly offended by the slight on your education. Why?
Shallow. Well, she knows I'm educated, so
That's ridiculous.
we're all educated.
You're nowhere near more educated than the rest of us.
I think I'm the only one here with a college degree.
Miss Dorit, I can read between those lines. You calling them bitches stupid? Are you saying these bitches are educationconnection.com type of bitches? Get connected for free with education.
I don't have
Wait
it.
a second. Hold on.
I'm sorry.
Hold on. Wait a second.
Wait a minute. 1,
No, I'm not totally
Don't let me-
You can still be
3.
smart if you don't have a college degree.
Okay, but the 3 of them, I mean, you've got 3 people here.
And I'm going to stand by the uneducated comment based on you calling me a child bride.
You're nowhere near more educated than the rest of us. By the way, child bride.
Girl, no, okay? The girls are already eating you up about the situation of you and Garcelle and how they feel you were being racist towards her and you bringing up that you're Jewish to relate to her struggles as a black woman. That's already a no-no. And now you're calling a woman of, I believe, Asian descent a child bride when that is popularized I can't even say that fucking word. When it is popular, oh my God, I cannot speak. Somebody speak for me. When it is popular in certain cultures and countries and continents in this bitch. Yes, that's what I mean to say, or that's not what I mean to say, but that's what's going to come out of my mouth. Okay? Dorit, I don't think you should say that at all to anybody, but especially a woman of culture. I don't think that's the right choice to use.
You've been going in on social media, and it seems like your comments are sort of shading one specific cast member. Here are some examples of that. Let's take a little look.
I usually don't clap back on social media. I usually lay low. But, you know, when you take it too far, meaning my marriage, Rob, hip hop Rob, I'm going to protect him and me. And so, that's what happened. And I feel very good about it.
You know what? Feeling good that you were triggered and ready to go this year.
I can't imagine that was great hearing.
No, it wasn't. I think, like I said, I think it's okay to clap back on this show. That's what we do. I just felt like it was a loaded comment directed at me because half the girls got married younger than me, and other girls married men with a wider age range. So why that was directed at me seems there's been a pattern.
The U.S. government criticizes other countries that allow child marriages, but it turns out that here in the U.S., hundreds of thousands of young girls have gotten married over the last 10 years, and they did it legally. Now, there's an organization known as Unchained at Last, and they do studies and they look into the issue of child marriage here in the United States. And so they looked at data from 2000 to 2010, and what they found was that girls as young as 12 years old get married off here in the United States. So apparently their laws in 27 states do not specify an age below which a child cannot marry, right? So most states indicate that you have to be 18 years old in order to get married, but some states make exceptions. So for instance, if you're in Idaho and you have an underage daughter that you want to marry off, all you have to do is give the courts your consent as a parent, and that young girl can get married. Now, in 38 states, more than 167,000 children, almost all of them girls, some of them as young as 12, were married during that period, again, 2000 to 2010, mostly to men 18 or older. And that's estimated that the total number of children wed in America between 2000 and 2010 was nearly 248,000.
Wow. But I hope the mullahs who married him are happy and proud. This is one of the reasons that people sometimes give as to why we should invade Middle Eastern countries.
Yes, that's exactly right.
You know that they married off your kids. Oh, look at these pedos or pedos or whatever they are, marrying off the kids at 12, 13. Now, that's not a bad point, of course, in that that's a terrible way to conduct affairs. It's not a good point as to why we should invade them. If you think it's a good reason as to why we should invade them, West Virginia and Idaho, buckle up because we're about to invade you. And so we don't pick those states out of nowhere. Obviously, some parts of the country are more used to this than others.
Right. And look, I think that our audience is smart, and they know that anytime someone uses that excuse to invade a country, it's not really about protecting young girls from child marriages. There are all sorts of other very corrupt reasons why we invade other countries. But here in the United States, this is an issue that you see in various religions. It's not just Muslims or Christians. You also see this trend with some Orthodox Jews as well. So it doesn't matter what the religion is. You see it with fundamentalists in the country. Also, at least 31% of these girls were married to a spouse aged 21 years or older, which is insane. Some children were married at an age or with a spousal age difference that constitutes statutory rape under their state's laws.
So that's the most important part. So look, some of these, I understand 18-year-old guys getting married to a 17-year-old girl, and the world's not going to end. Now, I think that is way too young to get married, but that's like my opinion, man, and it's a free country. And so their parents give them consent, and it's not a federal issue, okay? Now, if you have someone above the age of 21 marrying someone as low as 12, 13, etc., and that is actually statutory rape, unless the parents give consent for that to happen, then we've got a real issue.
I know that in this case, these young girls don't feel like they have an option because their parents are pressuring them into doing this. But if you can hold off as long as you can.
That is a disgusting thing to say.
You know, they call Priscilla Presley a child bride.
Girl, Dorit, they are just eating upon your ass. And I have to let them because I don't know why you think calling somebody or comparing them to Priscilla Presley is a compliment when that bitch got, oh, hold on. I'm not trying to eat up the victim as she is the victim of somebody who, hold on. I'm not trying to call Elvis a predator, but I mean, he was an old ass hoe marrying a young ass girl and he knew her age, so. And I know times were different back then, but still, a child is a child. So, you trying to compare the situation or compare Priscilla Presley's marriage to Crystal's marriage when she got married at 24 and not as a child is kind of asinine.
You said I got married at 12. I got married at 24. I had already gone to college, and I've built a company worth over $100 million right now.
Wow.
The coconut water.
Yes.
Amazing.
So for you to say that you were in college and getting all this education, building businesses, while I'm getting married at 12 years old is bullshit. Is a microaggressive comment.
Yes, Crystal, you better clear the room in this bitch. You better show them what a real business is that makes real money. Because what happened to Beverly Beach, Dorit? I'm not trying to play your business. I'm just wondering, like, what happened to it? Was that some type of money laundering thing? Because okay, you know what?
All right, I want to move on to something else.
I never said you had a drinking problem, not one time.
Did you bring it up and kind of insinuate it?
I said...
Did you or did you not?
Don't do with the name them thing.
I'm just asking
Let
you
me
a
finish
question.
then.
Answer it.
Okay, hold on. I forgot to set up the scene. Not that I need to set up the scene, but if you are having trouble understanding what's happening, Sutton is upset with Kyle due to her insinuations all season, which is confusing me because weren't you making insinuations about Kyle too? So both of you bitches are wrong. I mean, if we're going to be honest.
I never said you had a drinking problem. I actually specifically made a conscious decision to never say something like that.
Or insinuate.
I said, I don't know if she was drinking when I saw her. That's not, hello, we've all drank.
Kyle, you started Seedlings.
Okay, Sutton is starting to piss me off, and I do understand why she's upset, as you don't want to be called a drunk if you're not really a drunk, but this rumor didn't really come from Kyle. I've heard it before, so it's not really a first. And secondly, or second in this bitch, whatever the fuck, y'all know what I mean. Sutton, you've been making assumptions about Kyle's marriage all season, and her weight, and her eating too, so you guys are both doing the same thing to each other and getting upset. Like I just said. And I'm saying again.
What else did I say other than that moment about the drinking?
You said I pushed my feet around and I didn't eat.
Well, that's that. I will say that again.
But do you know what that did to me?
What did I ever do to you to warrant you doing what you did to me at the weed dinner at my party? You have a lot of nerve to say
that's not a seedling that you've done anything wrong.
And not a seedling?
Nope.
You acted like I did something wrong to you instead of saying, are you okay? Do you need a friend?
Ooh, Kyle, you know I'm not normally team you, but I'm living for this, okay? I don't know if this strap gave you some reads to help you read the girls, but you're doing a very good job. As she is raising, like I said, some good points. If you guys were really good friends, and this is why I say this is not the sisterhood of the traveling coochies. Y'all can act like y'all are good friends, but it's clear y'all are not. Because if y'all were really concerned about each other, or let's just say Kyle in this instance, y'all would ask her in a more, I can't even talk right now, what the fuck? Y'all would ask her in a more loving way. You guys just confronted her at dinners and so on in front of everybody. She's supposed to answer questions about her marriage and what's going on in her personal life at dinners. In front of random people at times. Huh?
We all share what's going on in our lives.
Oh, no, that's not true.
Every one of us. That is true. That is true.
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean
it's
by
not
that?
true.
Let me tell you something. I've been on the show for 13 years. I've watched my 2-year-old birthday party to that child is now going to be applying to colleges next year. My child learning how to drive a car, going off to college, coming home from college, getting engaged, rumors about my marriage. I've had 2 siblings on the show. My family has fallen apart. Don't talk to me about not sharing what's going on in my life.
I never thought that I would be living for Kyle, but Kyle, you just cleared the motherfucking room. You better let them know that you are the show in this bitch, okay? I'm here for it. I don't disagree with anything that she said, okay? So now we're going to move on to the Real Housewives of Potomac, and we're going to get into Miss Nneka, Giselle. First of all, it's funny to me how Miss Nneka is running behind Giselle and Robin now, when Giselle can't even say her name right. She keep calling her Naker. Bitch, is that code for Nick? Are you trying to... Girl, I got my eye on your ass, but let's get into the Real Housewives of Potomac.
Last night, I noticed the two of y'all, looking at each other, kind of smirking, making facial expressions.
I ain't never seen such a dumbass strap concerned with somebody they claim they don't like. How you know they was making faces at Giselle's daughter or the situation of Giselle's daughter? How you know your breath didn't stink and they didn't get some nasty whiff of it? Or your strap was stinking up the I'm playing. But girl, are we serious with this right now?
Surrounding the conversation about Grace. And I picked up on it. I didn't like it, but it happened, and I noticed it.
Oh, well, strap. It's a good thing nobody cares what you think. Not even your husband. Okay, I'm playing. But why is your bottom not speaking up? Why are you so riled up? Who put the battery in your back? I mean, I guess I get that they apparently rolled their eyes at your stepchildren, your wife's children. Well, again, why is your wife not speaking up? They are her birth children. And if she feels that they were being dissed, why is the birth mother not saying anything? You're just the stepmother, girl. Stay in your lane. Let the real mother speak, okay?
Anytime it comes to a conversation about your daughter, I do not want to speak on it because of the environment that you, Giselle, have created surrounding your daughter. When it comes to me with Grace.
But it's not about speaking or not speaking. It was the looks on y'all faces.
Overlooking if they both give each other funky faces at different times.
Shade, the actual shade of it all, everybody's shady. This is good. Y'all laughing and it's fine. But if I laugh about something, it's problematic. It's about my child.
Well, it's about my kids. Well, ho, they almost grown anyways. They'll be all right. And second, I'm playing. I do understand kids are off limits, and I don't really think Candace and Wendy were trying to be sour towards your daughter, but girl, okay, if you want to live this fantasy, live it on up. But it's funny to me how Miss Robiana is so sticking up for Miss Giselle, and I'm here for it, girl. That's your bottom. Yes, okay? But last season, y'all were acting funny about Wendy's kids and inviting her to an event. So, hypocrites.
All right. I don't care about filtering myself or saying things that I think would be well received by the audience. For example, not inviting Wendy's kids to the play date.
This is not okay.
Why is that not okay?
It's just the kids.
I said, Candace, can you take on an auntie role, reach out to Wendy, say, Wendy, I got your kids, I'll bring them, and Wendy declines.
You should have been bigger than that.
Yeah, I know that that's not a good look, but guess what? I'm a human being, and if I'm literally arguing with someone, and you saw there's a lot of stuff you didn't see. She called me the devil. She told me all of Baltimore was going to come after me. If I'm literally in an argument with someone, I'm not speaking to you. That's human nature. And I want to know what person in their right mind would turn around to a person and say, oh, would you like to come to family day? But right. I have all these people messaging me, oh my God, it's too horrible. The kids are off limits, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but their mom is not.
So no, when she speaks, I'm not listening. I am uncomfortable. I don't want to deal in anything that she has going on. But when it comes to her children, I want her children to be well.
But then why did you chuckle, babe? Why was there a chuckle?
Oh my gosh. Ain't nobody making no faces at no fucking Grace. And I don't mean to cuss about Grace because she is a beautiful child. And yes, I live it up for Miss Giselle's children because they be eating her up. But Wasn't nobody making no faces at them. Nobody just wanted to hear what the fuck Miss Giselle was saying. Or maybe they were smelling Robin's strap. Anyways, we're going to end it here because I've had about a fucking enough. And I want to thank you guys for watching. And I hope I see you guys next week. Okay, hold on. Before we get into Miss Deviled Egg Lady and the rest of the Potomac bitches.
You got mail.
Mia don't want you. You don't have anything to offer her anymore. That dick is shriveled. Okay, I'm not.
Ew. Like JK, but like maybe not. But thank you for watching. But you hating ass bitches always have something to say. Hating ass bitch, but you're still watching my vids. What? You're so upset. But that's like okay, because have a piece of bread, have a Xanax, relax, because I said what I said.